And reigning champions Ukraine are defending their title with electronic duo Tvorchi putting forward the dance number Heart of Steel. Well, I'm very happy to say that I'm joined by Adrian Bradley now, who's a Eurovision reporter for the new Statesman here in the UK. And Adrian, good to talk to you. You are here, I think you told me earlier, it's your 7th Eurovision.
It is.
How does Liverpool compare to the other ones that you've been to?
Oh, this city has been amazing. The atmosphere, today the sun is out, there are happy families all over the city. And actually, everywhere I've been, every shop, every bar has had Ukrainian flags up, it's had European flags up, they've got Eurovision music playing. This city wasn't kidding when it said it wanted to host a party, and I've been really impressed. It's been one of the best that I've been to. Sometimes you go to a Eurovision city and it can feel like, oh, it's on, it's another event, it's something that we do. But Liverpool are like, no, we're holding this party and we're welcoming you all here.
And they've been so lucky with the weather as well. I mean, just look behind us, the fan zone is filling up with so many people. Why is Eurovision so popular, Adrian? Why does it capture so many people's hearts?
I think because at its heart, it's got joy, it's fun, it's got the kitsch, it's got the camp, it's got the glamour. It is a competition, and that brings out that little bit of competitiveness and that national identity. You can talk about your country, you can talk about how you're doing. But at the same time, all of these acts, they know each other, they've performed together, they've toured around Europe, they're friends, and it's a family and it's a community. And this time we're welcoming a lot of new people into our family, and that's brilliant. And I think you're seeing so many people that went to the first time they've ever seen a semi-final. They went to a semi-final and now they're like, I want to get involved and I want to learn about all the obscure songs that I've never heard of.
So you, I think you watched some rehearsals, did you? What did you watch?
I've been lucky enough to go to a lot. I went to the first semi-final, went to rehearsal of the second semi-final, and last night was at rehearsal of the grand final.
Okay,
so,
and they were amazing shows?
Incredible shows. That energy inside the arena, I know I'm sounding a lot of superlatives, but the energy inside that arena is electric. The crowd are behind every single singer and every song, some of them more than others. You can really hear the songs that connect with the crowd. Austria is opening tonight, and straight away the crowd get going for it. Gustav from Belgium with his...
I love that song. And the performance is beautiful.
It's beautiful, and it's a simple performance, but he knows how to do it on camera, and he knows how to do it in the arena. And the arena is dancing and singing along with him, and he looks so happy up there as well.
Is that enough, do you think, for Belgium to be a dark horse in this competition?
Absolutely could be. And if you'd asked me 2 weeks ago, when he was selected in Belgium, a lot of the Belgian Eurovision fans wanted somebody else to win and were a bit like, oh, why are we sending this guy? To now him being their favourite and possibly coming up there. If he's not top 10, I will be shocked. He could even be top 5.
OK, well, let's talk about the runners and riders now. Let's get serious, because this is a singing competition, as you said. 160 million viewers watching, and they'll be wondering who are the favourites. We obviously know Sweden and Finland are up there, but which one of them do you think is going to pip it?
If you'd asked me a week ago, I'd have said it's nailed on for Sweden. Loreen coming back, she is Eurovision royalty, and she was going to win it. Yet you come here and you see her compared to the other numbers, and suddenly does she start to feel a little bit ordinary? I don't know. Am I just in a bubble of having been around Eurovision too long?
I don't know. How are you?
Finland in the arena is incredible. Everybody that you speak to, my mum messaged me to say, yeah, Finland's going to win, definitely.
But does that translate to, for example, the jury vote? Explain to people what the differences are between jury vote and televote, and how differently they go.
Yeah, so it's split roughly half and half. The jury's actually voted on the show that I saw last night, so all those performances last night mattered. They weren't just a rehearsal. And those votes are in, although only perhaps 1 or 2 people at the EBU know what they say. And then tonight, that's when the public get to vote, and on these performances. And it's basically split half and half in exactly the same way. Each jury gives 12, 10, 8 down to 1, and each public vote also gives 12, 10, 8 down to 1. They're all added together, and then we get that final score at the end of all the points.
And the differences between the ones we've seen recently is that you have kind of the split screen, don't you, at the end, and the 2 top contenders, and then they announce the televotes. And can that make a big difference?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just take last year in Ukraine. At the end of the jury vote, when we got all of those results in, Sam was top of the table. I think Ukraine were in about 4th at that point, and then the televote came in, and it was massive for Ukraine, and that absolutely pushed them to a hugely dominant win.
So with your Eurovision expert hat on, who do you think the jury would favour, and who do you think the televoters would favour? What kind of songs do both those elements prefer?
So the juries like good singers, like singers that, can do complicated songs and can hit the notes. They are often more interested in the sort of the ballad, the well-composed song. And Sweden absolutely has that. Loreen's song is a really well-written pop song, and her voice is incredible. Finland, however, is this thing that just catches the audience. The audience sit it, talk about it and love it. They hear the energy of the arena coming through their screens and they want to shout along at home as well. And that's what's going to make you pick up your phone and say, yeah, vote for them. And Finland has that. Now, the juries might say, well, is this a clever enough song? Is he singing or is he rapping? And do we like that? That's the bit that's hard to tell. But remember, of course, Måneskin won with rock, Lordi won for Finland with a real metal hard rock number. So they're all possible. I think it will be close tonight. And whilst I still think Loreen will win, if Finland do win, I really won't be surprised.
Talk me through the surprise element. There's something that's going to happen tonight that people are talking about. I don't really understand what's going on, and I'm sure viewers at home don't. What are we expecting? Well,
it's a very good question. We know that there have been some rehearsals behind closed doors at the arena. So I'm in the press centre, and we get to see most of the things being rehearsed. But there have been certain bits where the cameras have been turned off. We've not been allowed anywhere near the arena.
Oh, that's so exciting. What does that mean?
Well, this is the question. Is there going to be a very special performer taking part, perhaps during the Liverpool Songbook section in the interval, perhaps something else? There have been rumours. I don't know whether I should say, names that I've heard mentioned, like a certain former Beatle or even a pop princess herself has been rumoured. What will it be, or could it be nothing?
Is it usual to have a surprise element in the Eurovision?
It's not always. However, of course, in Tel Aviv, they brought on Madonna for a big set.
That was brilliant.
And that was kept secret again.
Yeah,
all of her rehearsals were done behind closed doors, so we had no idea what to expect.
OK, well, Adrian, it's been so informative to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. Adrian Bradley there, Eurovision reporter for the New Statesman. Well, as I was saying with Adrian, behind me, as you can see, the fan zone is really kicking off, and that's where my colleague Lakshmi Gopal is talking to Eurovision fans who come here from all over the world. Lakshmi.
Yes, Mariam, you couldn't get much more Eurovision